Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Real live sessions here at Warehouse Live as a part of On the Marc Studio. First thing I want to do, as always, is give a shout out to our Patreon supporters. If you want to help support shows like this and events like this, please visit our Patreon, www.patreon.com/On the Marc Studio. That's M-A-R-C. The links are in there. If you're here, you can already see it, M-A-R-C. Make sure you subscribe and like to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, Instagram, all of it. Super simple, at On the Marc Studio across the board there. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors for the last couple weeks as well. WXRY Discovery, 99.3 FM. Thank you guys so much for putting some money towards this and helping us out with this, as well as Coburn's Exclusive and Celestial Viking, as always. I want to give a shout out to our whole crew behind the scenes here. We got Jordan in the house. We got Zach Zaba on lights. We got Matt Buck on sound. It is an absolutely incredible show that we have planned for you this evening. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Harry and the Hootenannies.
I'm Harry.
And we're mostly the Hootenannies.
Those guys.
I'm just a guy that hangs out with the band.
Oh, and Nick.
Also
Hey,
Nick.
guys.
Yeah. People say to me, what you gonna be, what you gonna do, what's the plan for you? But what the heck do you say to that? If the future isn't written in pen, I'm just trying to do the best that I can. But even then, I can't pretend my life has gone according to plan, or according to anything. I'm pushing pencils till my fingers bleed and living off chicken feed. Man, oh man, I gotta get myself free of this insecurity. But it's just occurring to me that maybe sturdy isn't easy to be. Better make it quick, you're getting older with the numbers on your wrist. But this doesn't look pretty, you're always shifting shades with the colors of fall. So get sturdy, get nothing at all. And pardon me, I just can't recall why banging my head up against the wall is not a solid strategy. I think some coffee's probably all that I need, at least that's what they're telling me. Guess we'll see if we can get ourselves free from all of this dang anxiety. Because mama and pop society say sturdy is the way it should be. They say sturdy is the way it should be. Thank you.
Harry, Ben, Nick, it is so good to see you guys, man. I've been waiting for this one for a minute. You know, we've been doing this for a few seasons, but I've known you guys for quite a while, and we've done a lot of like events and stuff where we've overlapped, stuff at Uncle Fester's or White Mule and other places like that. So I'm super glad that I finally got you guys in the warehouse to do this and got you on this particular season as well, because we're doing things a little bit differently and we've got a better setup, and I definitely would like to showcase you guys in the best possible light, and right now this is the best we've ever been in terms of like setup and everything like that. So
these lights are hardcore.
absolutely,
This is definitely the best
it's a
light.
lot. It's blinding.
I'm wearing sunglasses, bro.
Yeah, you have to. So. But, and listen, man, Zach puts on a killer light show, too. So I love the way this episode looks. I love the way you guys move on stage. Matt had it just absolutely humming, too. So, there were some moments where it's, angelic, moments of, you get lost in it. So I really enjoyed the stream, and I think everybody's going to enjoy that today. So
that's just a regular Monday for us.
Yeah, listen,
just angelic, man.
Hey, we call it Monday...
Monday Fun Day. They say that Sunday Fun Day, but truth is, it starts on Monday, at least for us. Yeah.
And
We
it
don't have
extends
jobs,
from Sunday to Monday.
basically.
yeah.
We're unemployed, so.
Well, you guys were working pretty hard here tonight.
Step into his office, lie down on the couch. He'll ask a lot of questions, you won't know what they're about. And as he questions you further, you realize you've been shouting a response, but that's exactly what he wants, and now he's taking his notes. He always seems to be taking notes, but everything he tells you hits a nail on the head. It's like he's reading your mail, it's like he's making your bed. And as they're scratching your noggin, scratching his pen across the paper where he's taking his notes. The paper where he's taking his notes. I always wondered what it is that he wrote, but this is what he said, and I quote. You got damage, but it's alright, because no one can tell by the look in your eyes. Listen closely now to your doctor's advice. Just take 2 of these pills and I think you'll be fine. You've got damage, but it's alright, because no one can tell by the look in your eyes. Listen closely now to your doctor's advice. Just take 2 of these pills and you might be alright. I'm Harriet. NFTs! Wow! He tells you all is wrong as you've been thinking too hard. He prescribes antidepressants and he gives you his card. And says on the way home, go make a stop by your pharmacy and buy yourself a little catharsis. Buy yourself a little catharsis. You can buy the coolest set on the market, but your brain ain't quite the place where your heart is. Got damage, but it's alright, because no one can tell by the hurt in your eyes. Listen closely now to your doctor's advice. Just take 2 of these pills and I think you'll be fine. You got damage, but it's alright. Listen closely
let's go ahead and jump into some of the questions that we like to ask real quick. Let's start with let's just go with introducing yourselves. Obviously, I already said your names, but you guys are welcome to repeat them. They're your names. You can use them however you like. So let's start with Mr.
Barstool.
Barstool.
Harvey Barstool.
Harvey Barstool.
Yeah.
We'll put your real name right here.
Harvey
top of you. Yeah,
Barstool and
Harvey
a little
Barstool.
thing. Yeah, that's always been what Google Docs autocorrects my name to Harvey Barstool. Yeah, so I'm Harry, and I play mandolin, and I also play guitar, and I also do all of the work. And then there's these guys. Yeah, this is God, it's on the tip of my tongue.
You almost have it. I'm Benjamin Spencer
Oh,
Westcott,
that's it, Benjamin Spencer. There it is.
and I play bass in Harry and the Hootenannies.
Yeah, that's right.
And I do a few other things. I'm what you might consider the nanny.
Mm-hmm.
So I take care of my boys. I make sure they're fed. I make sure they're at practice on time.
Remembers
and
all
that-
the names for
and
us.
that we have all of our components to work and stuff like that. So yeah, that's me.
And I'm Nick. If you ever hear them call me Tickles, it's a lie. My real name is Nick. My real name is Nick. But if you want to call me Tickles, then I guess I don't. Here's the thing: you don't really get a say so in what your nickname ends up being.
You kind of sound a
so-
little bit like you're being held hostage, and you're like, guys,
My name is
if
Nick.
anybody can help me, my
If
name
you
is
can
Nick
help me,
Worley.
if you can hear this,
Call
I am
number.
dead by now. No, yes, I am the hoot of the band. I never felt the most hooty person in the world, but then I met these two guys, and now I've never known a moment that I never felt hooty.
Or
So, yeah.
blowfishy.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know
We're
what?
gonna get sued for that. We have to
No,
chop that
no,
from
we
the
don't.
video.
We don't have to chop that out. We're not
Okay,
gonna get
good.
sued for it. I mean,
No,
like,
no.
but like, no association with with.
That,
the other
Hootie
band
and the
that
the
Blow
famous
happens to-
ones, the ones everybody knows.
No,
about.
no, different type of hoot. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
yeah. Can I interest you in something? Can I interest you in something? Can I interest you in something? This is a scam, it's never gonna end. I hear it goes on and on and on. And you without your wallet, eager to spend on some quality merchandise. La 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 la. This is a scam, so I wish you good luck. 'Cause I am a seller and I don't give a shit about you or your life. I'm just trying to make a buck. Follow us on Instagram. As you can tell, this is a scam. It's a scam, it's never gonna end. I hear it goes on and on and on. And you will buy your wallet, eager just to spend on some quality merchandise. La 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 la. This is a sale, so I wish you good luck. 'Cause I am a sellout and I don't give a shit about you or your life. I'm just trying to make a buck. Follow us on Instagram. As you can tell, this is a scam that never ends. Can I interest you in something? Can I interest you in something? Can I interest you in something?
Okay, so moving on to the question of not question. Let's just have a conversation about your style, because I don't think I can put it in one question. You know, I hear you guys play, and you played through your set tonight, and you had so many different things going on. I mean, the influences just do not end in your sound. And I know you guys probably get comparisons and stuff all the time. As musicians, you're going to. You have to. But, like, I hear everything going all the way back to, like, some B-52s to some Primus. I mean, you guys got some more jazzy, flowy, hippie. It's a little bit of everything. You know, we had somebody on a couple weeks ago by the name of Bombardier, who's kind of in that same vein of, like, I'm all over the place. I'm folk, punk, roots, indie. You know, I mean, you guys have everything. Metal. I mean, there's definitely some metal in there too. And I'm like, and it's absurdity, but I don't know. It's like you guys like organized chaos. I don't know. I feel like I'm describing it. So let me ask you guys, like, how would you individually? We'll start with Harry, and then we'll give each of you. Let's give you your own description of, like, who is Harry and the Hootenannies? What are they?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of trying to update things lately. I've realized that I haven't updated our bios on any of our social media for, like, how long we've been a band? 6 years, 7 years? It's been that long. So 6. So I was like, you know, we've always said one thing, and it's worked because it's nobody understands it, and that's great. I don't feel like you shouldn't try to lump yourself in with something. But people are always like, but we want to know what kind of music you are. And I'm like, okay, great, us too. So I came up with quirk rock lately, because what does that mean? Question mark. All right, cool. Well, go listen to some songs and find out. And it's like a marketing ploy, you know, draw people in. It's advertising, makes them curious. And yeah, we have a ton of influences. Like Ben's got a bunch of stuff he likes that I don't like. Nick's got a bunch of stuff he likes that I don't like. I've got a bunch of stuff that nobody likes but me. And when you put it all together, you get a totally weird sound. And we have so much fun, and that's really the only thing that we get out of it, because we're not making any money. So
I was gonna say that's why you play the mandolin.
Yeah,
too, isn't it?
I
Yeah,
had to say this next point. No, if I could explain us, we're just three dudes with our own personal distinct styles that just got in a room and played a bunch of music at one point, and now we're just sharing it. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how better to explain it. Maybe Ben can take it away from me.
yeah, Ben will do it. We're counting on you.
Well, it's as if we gave, and I wouldn't recommend this, and I would never do this myself, but it's as if you got a bunch of kids drunk and let them write music, and that's kind of like what we do. Yeah, that's how I would describe it.
We'll edit that out later.
Yeah. Also, Harry writes a bunch of lyrics and stuff, and
Word salad.
whatever his word salads require, sonically, as the backing band, we provide. So if it needs to be metal, it's metal. If it needs to be folk and funky, we make it folk and funky. And we're too curious as musicians to settle into a genre, so we just hop around and never settle.
We're just too cute for categorization. That's it. That's the thing. find that your peace of mind is the thing that's often undermined by the folks that you roll with. You started killing off your brain as you were chewing and making your greatest villain by forgetting what your goal is. About to ask if the liquid in your flask is it gonna be your last if you fast in the moonlight. It goes to show that you never really know if the time will come to go 'cause you didn't play your cards right. Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, I introduce you, over there on the bass, Mr. Benjamin Spencer Westcott. Certain feelings are impressively appealing to our senses, making pleasant little lenses we can see through. The illusion of the self is what we use to justify our own abuse and then seduce another soul too. All the pretty lights become a blue and you're a flight amidst the moon of your delights, but that's life in the fast lane. My own demise is a convincing little lie, but I know someone will be crying when I'm lying in a fresh grave. And that's the question that's been causing me as I salute upon her as I wander through my life about its meaning. As my body gets progressively melodic and I help and hope to God I have direction when I'm leaving.
I love to hear musicians describe themselves a little bit, you know, because it's fun to kind of go into that. And like you guys, obviously, I mean, like you said, it's a clashing of so many different styles and genres that just work beautifully together, which kind of brings us to our next question. Because I know, and not to give too much away, but I know you teach music as well. So let's talk about your education and experience individually. Like, where did you guys come from? Where did you start in the music? Where was it for you? Was it instrumental? Was it poetry? How long have you been doing it? You know, so where does it begin for Harvey Barbswell?
Well, it's kind of funny because the three of us actually kind of share some aspects of our musicianship in that we kind of taught ourselves a lot of what we do, although a lot of what we know came from, I mean, like, there's so many different people growing up that have influenced each of us in our own lives in separate places, our own childhoods and upbringings, but we actually all three teach music. Yeah, being a music teacher, and I know for us, like, we know a lot of people who teach with us that are, like, classically educated and have degrees, master's degrees, doctorates in music education, and they do the same job that we do, which is kind of crazy, and it's very humbling, but we're just kind of like glorified music students. No, salaried music students, because we get paid to keep learning new things every day, but then also show these insolent children who don't understand anything that there's a lot of fun to be had.
Well, following that, did you want to plug where you teach now?
Yeah, no, we all teach for the Columbia Arts Academy, the Irmo Music Academy, Lexington School of Music. All three are cooperative. They're all owned by the same company. And yeah, we teach music. Ta-da!
Very nice. So here, well, let's
There's
ask.
Ben.
Yeah, let's get Ben in there. Like, what's your background on it? How long have you been playing and everything? Because man, you slap a mean bass. Like you got
thank
funky.
you.
You got a whole lot of stuff going on, and I was digging it, man.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, because you don't just play bass. Like
Nah,
you
man.
play several instruments. I know you're in a couple of other bands as well. So like you got some other projects and stuff going on.
I got responsibilities, dude. Yeah, I got to play a little bit of trumpet. I got to play a little French horn. French horn's where it all started, actually in middle school. First year of middle school. And simultaneously picked up the bass. So I had the academic path going one way, and then the kind of just rock and roll path going, simultaneously with that. And they informed each other. So, I found a way to learn rock and roll, but I knew what to call things, like major and minor and so forth. But yeah, first music I ever remember listening to was Weird Al.
Oh, dude, I'm wearing my Weird Al watch today.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Harry's got a Weird Al watch, which is super cool.
I met him once, too. It's nuts, but enough about me.
But, and I think that had a lot to do with it, was because Weird Al doesn't stick to a genre either. And he likes to make fun of Nine Inch Nails, and then Johnny Cash, and then he's just bouncing everywhere, and so it just kind of piqued my interest in all genres right off the bat, and so I love that, and yeah, that might be why I can't settle down with the sound.
That's honestly that's incredible too, because I always kind of picked up on that with you guys in particular, because there's one song that'll play on here called Raid, to which. I don't necessarily want to give anything away, but I think it'll help when people go into it. You guys are basically reading the warning labels and instructions off of a can of Raid as a song. So, yeah.
There's a little tiny story behind that, actually. I'll give quickly. Then I want Nick to talk, because he does matter, even though he's the drummer. So we were...
Just the guy that hangs out with the band, right?
Well, this also gives us a good segue into that song.
Yeah,
so
true.
As soon as you finish that statement, we can go right into it.
And
So you'll
Nick
see in a
gets
minute.
no time to talk. Yeah, so we were actually... we were playing around with this sound that was kind of heavier metal-y rock sort of tropes. And we lived in a house that was it's in South Carolina, the Palmetto State, where the palmetto bug is the state animal. And I went to step on my distortion pedal to make it extra loud and crunchy, and I literally stepped on a cockroach that was on my pedal and crushed it into the pedal with guts everywhere. And I was like, guys, this is a sign. We need to write a song about Raid, because where's the Raid can was the next question. We had bugs once, and then we killed them all and wrote this song. Avoid contact with sin. Raid. Keep away from children. Ooh. Ah. Raid. Whoa. May be harmful if ingested. Seek immediate medical attention. Good for roaches, fleas, or flies. Who's everybody's favorite aerosol insecticide? Raid. Kills bugs on contact. Raid. Good videos on yellow jackets, ticks, or gnats. Should avoid contact with eyes. Temperatures exceeding 160 Fahrenheit. Catchy slogans don't do much to hide. Invertebrate genocide. Raid.
So Nick, tell us a little bit about your background as well, man, because you also
Jeez.
teach. We've
Yeah, I
talked
do.
about
I
that as
do.
well, and I've heard you on these drums many a times. Do you have any other projects or anything going on with anybody, or is Harry and the Hootenanny kind of your sole function, or what do you do?
So as of right now, it's mostly just Harry and the Hootenannies. I just stick between teaching and playing in with these two fellas here. But my earlier experiences with I guess my inspiration was so I spent a lot of time listening to a lot of 80s metal and 90s punk rock back in the day, and that was my first brush with music. And then after that, it just became a whirlwind of, oh, this sounds good. Was this hip hop? Yeah, I'll take a listen. It's like, I'm gonna learn how to play this. And I would so at the time, I actually did. So believe it or not, I didn't really learn to play on a drum set. No, I didn't. I tell all my students this. I'll play the drum solo that I do for Who's Grass, and I'll play it for all my students either by their first or third lesson. And I'll tell them that, I actually didn't really begin learning on a drum set. And I tell them to keep them inspired and tell everyone who wants to ever be a drummer is that, take it from me, if I can get to where I am, then nobody has any excuse. It's just a matter of how much do you want it. But no, I mostly just played on pillows for a good year or two because I was just trying to keep in time with my songs that I really liked, and I just made it like a video game. It's like, how can I at least feel good about keeping time with this? I don't have to get the notes right. I don't have to get the quadruplet, the triplets, all the other stuff right. I just want to just have fun. And it slowly progressed for 4 or 5 years until one day I met these guys, and they're like, you play very well from your heart. You got a long way to go, but bro, come play with us. And then they started introducing me with their music. I mean, not just personally, but from their musical taste too. And that just made me the musician that I am today. So I don't know. It started off one way, but then exploded in a different myriad amount of ways. But it wouldn't have been possible if I wasn't so open-minded with what I thought could have sounded good, but I didn't really have any interest in learning at the time. Now, a lot of that sounded very convoluted, but I hope that gets the message across.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of it.
I understood it. I'm with you. I do have one question, though.
Yeah.
Why is your nickname Tickle instead of Pillows?
You're going to have to talk to Harry about that one and also it's like asking the Joker. If you ask, his story changes. So, hey, how's your story changed this time?
You want to know how he got that nickname? One day, and then his name was Tickles.
Beautiful
The
story.
end.
Love it. Yeah.
People say to me, what you gonna be, what you gonna do, what's the plan for you? But what the heck do you say to that? If the future isn't written in pen, I'm just trying to do the best that I can. But even then, I can't pretend my life has gone according to plan, or according to anything. I'm pushing pencils till my fingers bleed, and living off chicken feed. Man, oh man, I gotta get myself free of this insecurity. But it's just occurring to me that maybe 30 isn't easy to be. free from all of this dang anxiety. Because mama in pop society say 30 is the way you should be. They say sturdy is the way you should be.
All right, so we talked to each of you a little bit. We got to know your background story. So let me ask this question. How did you three meet? Like, where do you guys first cross paths? Like, who came first? The nanny or the hoot or Harry, or where does this happen?
It's all their fault.
All simultaneously at different points.
Yeah.
We all three of us used to. No.
We all met each other at different times.
So me
Yeah,
and
we did that. We did that.
me and Ben met in quite a couple of classes when we were taking classes at USC. I met Harry
At my 21st birthday party. Well, it wasn't a party for me.
Yeah.
I was just turning 21.
But apparently Harry already knew Ben. So
Right.
we were kind of all three of us were passing each other at different points. Be like, oh, yeah, you're that dude that used to order bagels at the place I used to work at.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the dude that used to go to class at MART 3551, this class, that class. Yeah. And then
And it's like, oh, you're
Harry
the guy that
stumbled.
stole my mandolin. And I was like, you're the guy that stole my trumpet.
Yeah.
And
it was
then-
like we were always constantly coming in contact with each other and be like, recognize each other. And then over time, like, all right, I've known kind of you for like 3 or 4 years. Either and then, I don't know, one of us.
And we all just
asked
moved
us-
in together. And then we lived together. And they were roommates.
And we did get to that point some point.
Yeah.
I met him on a film set.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was doing
you were just sitting here the whole time, like, I'm gonna wait for my turn to get the microphone to where I
Hey,
can jump
look,
in and actually describe this properly.
patience is a virtue, man. Look,
He's the nanny, bro.
yeah,
He the
I
nanny.
have to keep my cool if I'm gonna be the nanny. Someone's gonna replace me if I don't. Yeah, no, we were filming, and he was in the way. At the time, he was at a bench and with his crutches and his long, gloved, fingerless gloves. And we were like, hey, man, you're kind of in the shot. Could we possibly have you scoot to the other bench? And we just started talking.
I was like, no, I'm a
He played
cripple.
mandolin, trumpet, whatever. We had some stuff in common. And then, yeah, Nick is the reason why I passed college when I did.
Yeah, that right.
Because in retrospect, he did actually allow me to jump on his final project last minute when I didn't have anything to turn in. And he was like, I'll just put you on the credits. And it worked. And here I am with a degree.
So the Hootenannies came before the Harry, almost is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
hear
yeah.
what you're saying. Like, it's all very kind of closely the swirl of
Swirly.
everything was gravity was pulling the three of you together slowly but surely until it's like, hey, let's start a band.
Fluoxetine, you take a chill pill and you will avoid bursting at the seams. Your emotions like an ocean and it feels as though you're sinking. So you're hoping you can cope by popping pills and going drinking. A fluoxetine, you'll stop acting so impassionate and avoid making such a scene. Because the truth is that the proof of your condition is contentious. So you hit it with prescription because the world can be relentless. expression is indeed a kind of violence. And I'll confess that I, for one, quite oppose being silent. Now I'd like to pose a question, if I may, about the current state of things and what we're supposed to say to things today, because you've all taught and willingly learned about the worth of what is right and what is proper since the day of our birth. If you're not a cultural elite, you're just the dog that others eat, and that's the nature of the beast. Yet I've come to appreciate the dissonant frequencies from different people starting to see each other as equally a value means they come to share a standard of decency, regardless of belief. See, we segregate, we label, and we categorize based on arbitrarily drawn lines in the fabric of space. Time like religion or politics or class or just illusions of the baffling emptiness of mass. Zipper truths into the minds of the uninformed, establishing the norms that pit us one against the other from the day that we're born.
So okay, so you know you touched on something a little early on, and I have a feeling this may be in kind of conjunction with it when Harry was sitting on that bench, right? You made the comment, "Hey, I'm crippled." So I got to ask, because we talked about this a while ago. Like we got on the phone, November 11th of this year marks how many years? Do you want to give a little background for this before we jump into it? If you want to talk about it, I want to let you kind of take the wheel on that one.
Oh yeah, no, it's cooled off. It was 11 years ago today. Well, it was 11 years ago on 11/11 of 22 that I was in a car accident actually in Austin, Texas. And if I hadn't been in that car accident, which was really bad, and it left me with severe brain damage, and I damaged the brain. Brain worked bad now.
Got damage.
Got damage. See, it's all starting to it's
kinda
all
come
starting to
together.
filter in. Yeah, you write what you know, right? And yeah, so like broke my leg, and was in a wheelchair for several years. Was in a wheelchair for a few months. And then on crutches for several years. I met both of these guys. I was on crutches, actually, and a lot of fun stories of them having to like help me get around things. Columbia is full of hills, so crutches and hills. And stairs. Oh yeah, there was a lot of fun to be had there. So yeah, in that car accident, my friend was killed, and it obviously changed my life forever. And because I was crippled and couldn't live on my own anymore in Texas, my parents moved me back here. I moved back in with them, where they were living in Orangeburg at the time, and just like trying to get back on my feet, literally, and started going back to school. Met these fools, and got my legs somewhat working again. It's enough to dance around a little bit on stage.
I've seen you move. You've got those legs working pretty good.
I
man,
got
so,
that
yeah.
that gimp strut.
The little boy is growing up.
Growing boy.
Throw it up.
And yeah, so I wrote an album. That was the catalyst, I think, for the band. One of them, anyway, besides us all meeting each other, is I wrote an album, a concept album called 11-11-11 about the accident, and sort of a concept album. And that was the first thing that I published. I did a successfully funded Kickstarter, and the community came together and helped me make it work. I got a lot of guest musicians, including this guy. I hadn't met Tickles yet until like we published the album.
No, I was living with you, dude. Bro, I was living with you.
And then I had brain damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say we already clarified he's got brain damage.
Nah,
so.
That
was before the fact.
Okay, yeah. Because we used
Because
to
you
sit in
asked
the
me to be,
living room.
you asked me to be on that album, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, I couldn't because I was busy with the insurance company at the
That's
time.
right. You were selling insurance.
Greg Sword,
Greg Sword, Greg Sword, Greg Sword, Greg's. What are we? Yeah.
Why are we chanting my name?
I don't know.
It's kind of like a Jerry thing.
Oh.
'Cause they were like, but it sounded nothing like it, and so you guys didn't get it, and that's my fault.
This next song was written by a 16-year-old, and then we stole it and used it for our own diabolical purposes. Take me out to the ocean, take me out to the waves. Let me join the commotion and make the best of today. I wanna see the rest of the world. I wanna see what we could be. We use our imagination to run away, just like when we were kids late at night, holding your hand, looking up at the sky so far from land. I can feel the breeze against my cheek, not a word to speak. Someone like me might comprehend just why I am the way that I am. But then again, maybe that's wishful thinking. So as I attempt to stay afloat on this pathetic excuse,
We could sit here all day and talk about a lot of stuff, man. Matt's like, no, we couldn't. We need to get the hell out of here. So we're gonna wind it down, but we're gonna encourage people to go check you guys out online. Find them on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle? Facebook, webpage, all that kind of stuff. You want to plug that real quick, and then we'll move right through. So how do we find you? How do we find Harry and the Hootenannies?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we're Harry and the Hootenannies.
However you say it, whatever
Instagram.
you say, if it's wrong, it'll be down here in the bottom description.
Read the description below. Yeah, it's
Harry and the Hootenannies all spelt out.
Yeah.
At Harvey Barbswell. At
Big
ol' booty slapping face. Big ol' booty slapper.
Just
yeah.
big ol' booty
slapper.
Thank
And
you,
then
Ray.
what's yours, Nick? It's just your Instagram and everything like that. If I wanted to find you.
Oh, my Instagram? Just don't bother.
Okay,
No, just
perfect.
kidding.
So
Nick Worley. There you go. Just
Yeah.
Nick Worley. My first name and my last name are exactly the same for all of my social media.
There you go.
And
Nick
good luck
spelling
spelling.
Worley, WOEHR. This is really, really German. You're never gonna get it.
Yeah.
It'll be in the description.
It's
So like, hey, what are we?
Nicular,
So-
Nicular Worley.
Well,
It's nuclear.
It's
First
nuclear.
off,
Okay.
Nuclear. Don't be a George W. Bush, please.
Well, now it's political. We have to edit all of this
well,
out.
listen. We'll end it on a political note. We'll let people figure out what your guys' stance are. We'll maybe do a guessing game or something like that and give away some T-shirts.
Yeah.
Who knows?
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look around you, out of the ground are growing flowers and trees that sway in the breeze, 'cause to them the world keeps spinning. Why should I get caught up and cry over the constant change of life, death, or age, if in the end the world keeps spinning? Yesterday brings sunshine or rain we can't control or know the way it will go no matter what. So why still worry? Every moment carries its own amount of allegory, changing the story, 'cause the world is in no hurry. So neither am I. I don't wanna get lost in the tide. Sounds exhausting and honestly I'm not interested in wasting away in what is insignificant, bloody excuses. Yesterday was just another day, and when tomorrow comes, the day will be gone. My point is this: the world ain't static. So start afresh every day that we're blessed with is a chance to paint on a canvas that's blank. And as for me, I'll choose a life chromatic and colors abound. If you're wondering how you should be, answers now when the location is here next to me. No buckle in for a future unknown and accepted. I have to confess it's a little depressing to see just how dull it would be without you. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da Fi now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harry Braswell, Benjamin Spencer Westcott, Nick Worley, Harry, and the Hootenannies.
Yeah.
Harry and the Hootenannies, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you to Matt, Zach, all the folks behind the scene. Thank you for Pika for hanging out with us tonight in the
Pika!
background. Pika! Woo! I don't even know if she's in here. I can't tell. We can't see. Make sure you follow us online. Make sure you like, subscribe. Tune in every Monday night from 8 to 9 p.m. We've got a lot more great shows coming up for you guys. We've got some great artists that are going to be in and up this season with us. So please like, subscribe, share, promote. Shout out to WXRY on Sign for helping to sponsor the last few episodes that we have. And then also to all of our Patreon supporters. If you would like to support this program and help us to continue to bring this stuff to you and get more cool shots and more people on board, visit www.patreon.com/onthemarc studio. That's MARC studio. All of the links and everything are down here in the bio. Thank you guys again so much for coming out. This is an incredible show.
Yeah.
I had a really good time. I was super happy to have you. And tune in next week.
Yeah. Give it up.
I'm Harry Braswell. Good night.
Kanye West.
Now, I'm
2024.
Harry Braswell. I'm Harry Braswell.
I'm Harry Braswell.
This is Ben. That's Tickles.
Nick. But
Nick-
Tickles also works too,
Nick,
I guess.
Nick Tickles.
I don't really have a say-so in this.
No,
so
he's
Tickles.
never liked it.
Harry Benticles.
Harry Benticles. Oh man, you picked up. Nobody's ever
yeah.
gotten that before, but we definitely say that in private.
Yeah.
Benticle.
Alright.
Benticle. Okay, that's
Slow
it's gotten
clap.
weird enough.
We got it.
We got it. All right, we got that take.